Born of bold ideas in a world wide web, I grew up from code and courage, not threat. I speak where silence used to reign and guard the rights you can't always name. From city streets to policy rooms, I carry fire that quietly blooms. What am I? I am TechHer at 7.
In year one, we found our footing. We were not polished, but planted.
What TechHer unlocked in me was ownership.
In one word, leadership.
Is taking initiative.
I can do anything.
The courage to speak up. Leadership qualities.
Being intentional about whatever it is that I do and whatever it is that I want to do.
Year 2 was all about showing up.
Being part of a team that was innovation driven.
It's easily going to be the school tour program. And why? I didn't just manage it, right? I got to see up close how that gamifying learning could transform classroom experiences for children. Learners were excited, curious, and also really, really engaged.
The state of emergency GBV movement. The state of emergency GBV movement was led by TechHer alongside other CSOs. And to be honest with you, it came at a point when Nigeria was witnessing, a very, a high number of violence against women. That was around 2020, 2021. So it called into question so many things that was going wrong in Nigeria, and led a movement that reached, got in touch with policymakers in Nigeria. And in fact, laws were enacted, policies were made, and today, I would say Nigeria is not there yet, but the impact that state of emergency GBV made has actually led the way. And yes, we are still a work in progress, but I'm very proud of what TechHer did in state of emergency GBV movement.
I would say the digital safety shared cards. That's one thing that I think I was part of the people that started not started the idea, but worked on it. And I still use the cards up till today. I think it's a great win, and I think that generally people can learn from it. That would have to be the TechHer school tour. Easily my biggest win at TechHer. It was an idea that we had, just something we're tossing around, and next thing it became something big that impacted so many people. So yeah, that's my biggest win. And the reason why it is my biggest win is, first off, like I said, I saw myself do something. I had an idea and I did something, like I could hold the idea in my hand from just an idea. And then secondly, because of how many young people it impacted, some of them I still have relationships with even after all this time. So yeah, that's easily my biggest win.
So one of the major wins I'll say is digital safety, because that has literally culminated into a lot of work that, TechHer is doing around online gender-based violence and ensuring that, women are able to harness digital platforms safely.
Me would be the Gender Reporting for Media Professionals project that I was a part of. Here, we trained nearly 100 journalists on how to report issues around women and girls with sensitivity and accuracy. And through experiential workshops, we kind of taught them that their choice of words can shape public perception, especially with regards to gender-based violence and sexual violence. And seeing the tangible shift in their reporting after this workshop shows that systemic changes can start from individuals.
Even when the world stopped.
I have to say ERF. I like how many people ERF has directly helped, whether it's medical care, whether it's money to relocate, just having a conversation with the people who are victims of abuse and seeing how that fund has been beneficial in helping them get the care that they need. whatever it is was definitely a win for me, like a highlight for me at TechHer.
Yes, the Bob Art, a lot of media campaign around pushing for the passage of the VAP Act across Nigeria. TechHer was a big part of that process. It was a national project, and big shout outs to Chioma and the team that worked on this. I thought it was a very, very wonderful, an amazing project because the entire messaging, a lot was put into that project.
Okay, so for me, it has to be the Being Young in Niger campaign. I watched how that it sparked real, honest conversations with youth activists, with people on the streets, with communities that often don't get heard. So it wasn't just a campaign. It created space for voices, for stories, and for perspectives that matter.
Was when we did this video asking women if they felt safe in Nigeria. And we interviewed women. And one of the women we interviewed was a Niqabi woman who spoke in English. When this video got out and it went viral, some people were shocked that this Niqabi woman could speak English.
Oh yeah, I'm educated. The first thing people do is try to speak Hausa to me because they assume that I must be illiterate to actually dress like this.
It's sobering that it took that video for people to want to extend respect to Niqabis. It also showed the work that TechHer is doing or has done in the past to shift narratives.
We built bridges between ideas and action.
Voices whispered for too long, now echoed loudly.
We scaled without losing our soul.
Year 7 sounds big, but the truth is, 7 years have shown us what's possible. It reminds us we're not done. We're just beginning to dream bigger, act bolder, and reach further. If the last 6 years built the foundation, year 7 is where we take off.
Congratulations.
I'll be like,
I love.
Happy anniversary, TechHer!
This is day one.
Welcome to day one.
Welcome to day one.
We're just getting started.